Everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I've got some very big news for you guys. I'm very excited today because we have the Token Taxonomy Act has been reintroduced to Congress. Also, a former SEC commissioner says the possibility that Gary Gensler could throw out the Ripple lawsuit is there. So I'm going to share that clip with you. Also, we got some big Bitcoin news as it relates to Grayscale and what they're doing and who's investing in their GBTC trust, or I should say Bitcoin trust, right? So guys, we're going to break it down. Before we do, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, heads up, I uploaded my interview with Walter Koch, who's the CEO of EnergyWeb. Guys, I am looking right now to add EnergyWeb token to my portfolio. Those of you who have, our channel members have access to my portfolio on Google Sheets, and I'm seriously looking to do that. Not financial or investment advice. You must do your own research. But after talking to him and doing much research, the work that they're doing, they've helped Ripple decarbonize the XRP ledger. They're working with Bitcoin miners. They are solving a real world problem. And there's rumors, and Walter addressed it, that Tesla could be partnering with them soon, with obviously Elon Musk. So big things there. Make sure you check out that interview. I'll put the link in the description. So guys, also don't forget to sign up for my free weekly newsletter. I have one going out this Friday or Saturday with updates and knowledge about the crypto market, and I'll be sharing that. No spam. It is free. Link in the description. So the market looks good here, guys. Bitcoin did touch 57,000 today. It's currently at $56,345. Ethereum over $1,800. Looking good. We are, of course, breaking out of the respective consolidation and correction phase that we were in, or I should reverse that, correction, then consolidation. So as you can see here, green candles looking really good, but nothing goes up in a straight line. You'll probably have some red candles here, then we go up, right? You guys know how these market cycles work, so you got to be patient. Now, some big news. Obviously, Bitcoin is, of course, still on track according to models like the stock to flow. But here's the big news, guys. Warren Davidson, congressman out of, I think it's Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. A big fan of him and Darren Soto and a bunch of other representatives. And this is getting bipartisan support. That's what I love about it. They have reintroduced the Token Taxonomy Act to Congress. And he's calling for Congress to give this emerging industry of cryptocurrencies and blockchain the clarity it needs, which it so needs. We see Bitcoin ETFs getting approved in Canada. We hear companies wanting to leave the United States. This is not good. The United States needs to move on this to create jobs and foster innovation like they did with the internet and internet companies. So here, Warren Davidson on his respective government website talked about it, and let me give you a brief summary here. On Monday, Representative Warren Davidson, Republican out of Ohio, reintroduced his signature Token Taxonomy Act. This bill establishes much looked for clarity for businesses, consumers, and regulators operating in the growing U.S. blockchain ecosystem. Currently, a patchwork of laws and regulations creates confusion and even hostility to various blockchain businesses. Without a workable federal regulatory structure, many businesses and entrepreneurs are taking their businesses overseas where clearer and friendlier laws have established thriving blockchain economies. Market interest in cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology has continued to grow as certain cryptocurrencies have enjoyed a boom throughout the coronavirus pandemic, and as the Biden administration considers whether or not to continue regulation on private digital wallets started by the Trump administration. So this Token Taxonomy Act is going to give the clarity that we need, especially for like companies like Ripple, right? It will help, guys, because it will essentially position the SEC, CFTC in their proper position and let them know, well, hey, you have to provide this clarity for crypto companies. So it would override the SEC. Now, I say that having interviewed SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce just a day ago, right? Where she's like, I'm the one, speaking to the folks at the SEC on this, but they're not on board. However, a federal law would overrule anything the SEC and the CFTC have done. So that will be huge. That's why this bill is so important, and not just for Ripple and XRP, but for all the other cryptos in the market. The the other 3,000 projects, guys, right? So this is so important. This is the macro level big decision that needs to be made here for this crypto market. Now, speaking of Ripple and XRP, shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf who shared this with me. Former SEC Commissioner Paul Atkins said the new SEC Chairman Gary Gensler could withdraw the lawsuit against Ripple. If you guys follow me on Twitter, even on this channel, I've talked about that. There's a possibility he could just come in and throw it out. Or he issues like some sort of fast settlement and makes this easy for everybody. But this would be awesome if he throws it out. And let me play the clip here. The question is asked to him.
Well, you mentioned the SEC case against Ripple. What do you think is going to be the outcome of that, and what are the implications for the industry?
We'll see. I mean, the SEC obviously worked long and hard on that complaint that they filed in court. It's a well-drafted complaint. I think there are problems with it and fallacies in their argument. But ultimately, the courts will decide this. And I guess it's possible that an incoming chairman, looks like it'll be Gary Gensler, I guess he could withdraw the lawsuit, which has happened at some other agencies with the incoming administration with respect to other issues and other lawsuits. I don't know that that's likely to happen, but that's a possibility. But if not, the courts will adjudicate this issue. And ultimately, it may well go to the Supreme Court. And the one particular test that the SEC is relying on is an old Supreme Court case that goes back 50 years or so, the Howey decision that we all know with its test on as to whether an investment contract is a security or not. And so that could be re-examined in this new digital age, where a lot of the issues around Howey obviously date back to an earlier time. So we'll see how that.
So a couple things there, guys. It's in line with my interview with Hester Pierce as well as Chris Giancarlo from a week ago. So he said potentially Gary Gensler could come in and he can throw this lawsuit out. 2, or it could go to the court, it gets adjudicated, and potentially go to the Supreme Court because the SEC is using an outdated test to measure digital assets in crypto when they were using it to measure people selling orange fields and so forth. That was the original Howey test, right? So you can't use an outdated and 50-plus-year-old test when in a digital world. It just doesn't make sense. Logic would tell you that. But unfortunately, there is a legacy system here, and they're going to fight hard to have these things stay status quo. But you cannot stop progress. You cannot stop innovation. And history is an indicator of that. You just look at what the internet did. You look at what the automobile did, and many other examples, right, guys? So I think we're moving in the right direction. I wish things would move faster. But we have congressmen and congresswomen on board with this. We have people in regulatory seats like Hester Pierce, and we have different people in the crypto industry lobbying. So I think all of these things coupled together we will see some moves there. So once again, this was Paul Atkins, former SEC commissioner, and it's almost like all former SEC people are coming out against the SEC on this. It's crazy. You got Joseph Grunfrest, you got Mary Jo White, you have Commissioner Paul Atkins, you even have, and I interviewed him, an SEC official who's now a lawyer, Joseph Hall, and I've interviewed him a month ago. He's also like, hey, this is not the way to do it, right? So it's funny that how these former people at the SEC are coming out against them. But I think they see it, right? They see that there's a status quo that needs to be broken so we can move forward with new technologies. Now, we got some big Bitcoin news here, guys. Michael Saylor tweeted the following: the insurance industry is coming to realize that Bitcoin is both the solution to the great financial challenges they currently face and the opportunity of a lifetime. So what is he talking about? Well, NYDIG, which is of course a Bitcoin investment firm, they just added Ted Mathis, a chairman and CEO of New York Life, was appointed to their board of directors. So New York Life is of course an insurance company. Something big is cooking up here, guys. And this is why I hold Bitcoin in my portfolio in addition to XRP. XRP is my number one. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm looking to add Energy Web token. I diversify because I believe there will be multiple winners. So big things happening. And take a look at this. Grayscale, firm behind leading Bitcoin Trust, is hiring ETF specialists. So it looks like they want to get an ETF approved. Everybody's putting in their ETF request now to the SEC. And, if you saw my interview with Hester Peirce, she wants it too. But, maybe this might be the year for it. We'll see, because the U.S. might be under pressure now that Canada is approving ETFs. We'll see how that works. So 9 new job postings indicate Grayscale is considering joining the race to win the SEC's first Bitcoin ETF approval. I've interviewed the folks at Bitwise, and they're trying to get one going. Obviously, you have Van Eck and the Winklevoss twins are also trying to do it. So looks like Barry Silbert and the Digital Currency Group and Grayscale here are trying to get that going. Now, if you've ever wondered who the hell is buying Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, all the money they are seeing coming in, where they have near 40 billion in assets under management, well, here's an example. Israel pension giant puts $100 million into Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, according to a report. Altshuler Shaham, if I'm saying that right, made the investment in GBTC in the second half of last year when Bitcoin was trading around $21,000. So that move is working out very well for them. Their money has more than doubled already. So this is what's happening. You got pensions, endowments, hedge funds, different investment firms, family offices are buying up Bitcoin, some directly, some through GBTC. And why is an ETF so important? When that ETF gets approved, my friends, you're going to see so much capital come into the market. In my interview with Matt Hogan from Bitwise, he talks about this. Why is a ETF approval? There's a lot of capital that's sitting dormant, guys, that wants to come in, and an ETF would open the floodgates, and we would see record-breaking prices. So I hope Bitcoin goes to, like, let's say 90 something thousand, and then an ETF gets approved, and that takes us to like a Bitcoin price of 150,000 to 200,000. That would be my ideal scenario, but obviously we can't predict the future. We'll have to wait and see. Now, this is a bit interesting, guys. I honestly, it seems a little bit weird. I don't know what's up with this, but we know Barry Silbert, the Digital Currency Group, right? They own Grayscale. So they're the parent company. Well, they're buying $250 million of Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust shares. So it's a bit weird because you own Grayscale, you have the respective shares. So I don't know what's up with this, but I guess it's okay. I don't know if there's anything illegal here. I'm not saying that, but it just does seem a little bit weird, but maybe it's okay. But they're buying up some Grayscale shares, but I don't see this as anything major because you own Grayscale Digital Currency Group, right? Barry Silbert owns it. So I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was interesting to let you guys know that happened. So guys, big news. Things keep going up, and we got to be patient. I hope, and I'm praying that the U.S. can get this right, and they don't wait too late. Get the Token Taxonomy Act passed. Gary Gensler comes in, throws this BS lawsuit against Ripple out, and we can give the market the clarity it needs for it to grow. I'm hoping, guys, but let's see what happens. That's why, I always, since I started this channel, I'm a big believer in diversifying, because what if something goes wrong with Ripple and XRP? What if something goes wrong with Bitcoin or Ethereum? You still have options to make money. All your eggs are not in one basket when it comes to investing, right? And like I said, I'm looking to add the Energy Web token after speaking to the CEO. And I think personally, and this is not financial investment advice, I think we're going to hear an announcement soon that Tesla and Energy Web are partnering. And of course, Elon, we know his plans for renewable energy and all that stuff. So I think big things are ahead. Guys, what do you think about this news? Do you think Gary Gensler, there's a high chance of Gary Gensler throwing out the SEC lawsuit? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Share this video, hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you all later.